sizing. First, we decided to find a pattern maker who could help us unlock the fashion code. Meet Laura Moore. She's a historian of fashion.
This is precision stuff.
She's also been a pattern maker for decades.
There's an epidemic of vanity sizing. Many of us have been truly fooled. I hear a lot of women proudly say, I was a 12 when I got married, and I'm still a 12 today. But I wouldn't want to ask her to try on her wedding gown because I know she wouldn't fit into it.
And here's why. In the 50s, a size 12 dress had a 26-inch waist, like the voluptuous movie star Marilyn Monroe. In the 70s, that waist size grew 2 inches. In the 80s, the same size 12 expanded 5 more inches. And today, it measures a startling 36 inches. So we decided to conduct our own vanity sizing experiment. We asked our pattern maker to create a size 12 dress that your mother might have worn.
26 and a quarter. Got our vintage size 12.
We erected a dressing room in a busy American mall and enlisted Carolina Bermudez from the Elvis Duran in the Morning Show to help us get the skinny on vanity sizing.
Excuse me, ladies. I'm with the Dr. Oz show. We're doing an experiment today.
Thank you. I gotta go.
So we have this dress here, and we're trying to see if a size 12 is really a size 12. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the most taboo question on the planet. What size are you?
12. Size 12.
Oh, you're not gonna buy me dinner first? Let's see if a size 12 is really what it used to be. Good luck.
Definitely not a size 12.
This zipper is not going up anymore. I think that's as far as it's gonna go.
And this is a size 12?
Promise. I'm sorry.
If you just take out a couple of ribs, maybe it'll fit me.
Yeah, no, it's broken. Suck it in, girl.
Could vanity sizing be hurting your health? We wanted to see for ourselves just how big a problem this has become. So we sent our producer undercover, searching for a size 12 black pants from different designers. Then, our pattern maker compared the difference in waistlines. What we found was shocking. Every designer used their own set of measurements for the same size 12. We called some of the top designers to discuss the differences on our show.
Hi, is Calvin Klein available?
Is Rachel Roy there?
Is Marc Jacobs available?
But no one was willing to participate. So what's the real bottom line on vanity sizing and your health? Great job, Carolina. So Carolina, how shocked were you at the findings? I mentioned a little adjustment, a little cheating, but you found whole-scale, big-time changes in dress sizes.
Oh, definitely. And the women were horrified. I felt terrible for them. They had no idea how much vanity sizing has changed over the past several decades. So it was really surprising.
Well, you flushed them out, and thank you for that. And Laura, thank you for making all those wonderful patterns in the measurements. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.
All right, so what I was shocked by when we started this investigation was how big a difference there had been over the last few years. So I brought together a panel of some of the biggest names in the industry. Joining me is New York Times retail reporter Stephanie Clifford, fashion industry insider Susie Yalof Schwartz, and women's health expert and author of What the Yuck, Dr. Roshini Raj. Thank you all for joining us. So, Susie, let's start with you. Just define for all of us, what really is vanity sizing?
Vanity sizing is when you are a size 12 and you go into a store and you try on a size 8 and it fits you perfectly. That's the big stretch. A lot of women go into the stores and they fit into smaller sizes, so it psychs them out to think that they're actually smaller when they're not.
So I'm assuming that folks know about this, but Stephanie wrote a wonderful article in the New York Times about vanity sizing, something that I thought people probably would know about, since it didn't take us very much work to figure it out, and yet you seem to be surprised what you found. I mean, how wide scale is this?
It is massive. It's across the board, and it's so random and frustrating. This whole thing started because from my favorite online store, I have to order 3 or 4 sizes of the same pair of pants to see what will fit, and then send the rest back. And it's this total operation.
Were you surprised by the response to the article, the outcry, the stir, the reaction that it incurred with not just manufacturers, but women as well?
I was, because as you said, I assume this is something we all know. We've all gone into the dressing room with loads and loads of clothes to try to find something that fits, but women were so emotional about it, too. It seemed to really be something that affected their self-esteem when they went in with an 8 and the 8 didn't fit. And it's women kind of blame themselves rather than blaming the retailers and the designers, and that's really where the problem lies.
Well, part of what's surprising about this whole process is that we actually called 25 of the top designers. Nobody is on set with us, right? No one will come. They wouldn't talk to us about it. Obviously, vanity sizing is a very sensitive topic for a lot of folks. And I was going to ask this very naively, why is it such a big deal? Why wouldn't a few guys just standardize what they're making and be done with it?
I think it has to do with the bottom line. They don't want to admit that they're sizing down so that women will buy more. And they do have standard sizes. They have fit mannequins and they have fit models that have exact sizes across the board. But they don't want to say that, hey, we're kind of cheating you. You're not really a size 10.
Well, actually, if you saw two dresses, they both fit you well, one's a size 10 and one's a size 12, would you buy the size 10?
I probably would, even though you know that you're being cheated, but even so, you feel a little bit better in the 10.
So then there's good business sense. It makes sense emotionally to a lot of folks. So the only people that protect you, and we're doing this show today, is talk about how you're gauging your weight and your shape based on these sizes. The only way to protect you is to give you a different way of figuring it out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain to you what vanity sizing means to me. And we did our own little investigation. And these are a sample of 4 different pants. And again, these are all the exact same size pants. I'm going to go through and compare them. So a size 12 at the Gap had a waist size of 38 inches. At Taylor, 36 inches. H&M, 35 inches, and Coldwater Creek had the smallest size waist at 33 inches. These folks better wake up soon, I guess, to figure out. But, you know, this is the kind of stuff that's shocking to me. And when you see this mindset, we had a 5-inch variation. That, to me, is a huge difference in your ability to figure out what size and shape you really are based on the pant size that you're wearing. So you've been studying the fashion industry for 20 years. You know, you're in the weeds on this stuff all the time. How is it that companies, I'm just giving you 4 examples here, we found it widespread. How can these companies be cheating on vanity sizing?
Well, there are no rules and regulations by the government in the fashion industry, so they can really say it's whatever size they want to say it is, and it generates more sales. When you try on a pair of pants that are 2 sizes below what you actually are, you want to buy them. You feel good about yourself.
So, Dr. Raj, let's turn it over to a physician for a second. What concerns you as a woman who deals with buying your own clothing, but also taking care of patients who sometimes have to lose weight and they're using clothing to judge their weight?
Right.
What are the misperceptions that women are carrying forward from this?
Well, what really worries me is that so many women don't like to go on the scale. They don't want to see those numbers. It just really bothers them. And they use things like clothing size to really gauge how fit they are, what kind of shape they're in. And as we can see, there's so much variability. There's some actual cheating going on. And to use numbers like that is not a good way to determine how fit you are. You may be very overweight, have serious health issues, and not address it because you still fit into the size that you did 20 years ago.
So Dr. Raj and I are going to do a little experiment with you to show you why we are worried about vanity sizing. We've got 2 audience members joining us from Dr. Raj. Valerie and Diane are both wearing size 12 pants. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you, Valerie and
Diane?
Diane, good. Got the right order here. So what I could do is, together with Dr. Raj, measure you. Okay. Is that fair enough? Mm-hmm. I'll go first. Are you ready? So drop this down. There we are. And you are... you hold that up there, right there next to your head. All right, and you are, how tall are you?
5'8" without heels.
Yep, 68 inches. Good, 5'8". Let's get your waist size.
Okay.
And your waist size is, 32 inches.
Okay.
Good. Now, remember, there's a ratio that we're going to use here. I'm going to apply it to you first. Your waist is supposed to be less than half your height.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're 32 inches around and 68 inches tall, you're okay. Because half of 68 is 34 inches. 32 is less than 34 inches, so you're good to go.
Great.
Basic ratio, we got clear. Now, Denise, let's try it on you.
You can hold this for me right up here. Great. Okie doke.
Dr. Raj, get your height is?
59 inches. Does that sound right to you?
4'11"?
Yeah.
Yep, 59 inches,
Very
right?
good.
4
And now
times 12 is
your
48, plus 11 is 59 inches.
Excuse me. And remember, when you're measuring your waist, because a lot of people don't even know where to measure, you look for your upper hip bone and right around your belly button. And don't squeeze it so tight because you want to get a lower number.
Yeah, because that's a Scarlett O'Hara move.
It should just be...
Breathe, Denise, breathe.
Snug. Okay. 37 inches is the waist.
Now, let's do the math on this. Is 37 less than half of 59? It's not.
It's not. But you're right.
Right, so it's 59 and a half is 29 and a half inches. So you're 7.5 inches larger than you should be. This scares me, folks. Right? We've got the exact same size outfit. If I was just going to trust your assessment of whether or not you're in a safe category or a dangerous category, we can't do it. So So Raj, why is it an important issue for folks to recognize this issue of waist size?
Well, we're learning more and more that where you carry your weight is just as important as how much weight you're carrying. And the abdominal obesity is the worst place to have it. This has been linked to heart disease, and so the waist measurement is really important, and that might not be reflected in your clothes size.
All right. So let me show you, if I can, because I want to drive this home for everybody, why Dr. Raj and I are so compelled to talk about waist size and what it means to us. So I have some purple gloves for you. Come on up, folks. Diane, you can put these gloves on. Dr. Raj has felt plenty of these before. So, we've talked about the omentum in the past. And the omentum is a very special organ because it's very close to all the other central organs of the body. And when you have a lot of omentum, and I'm going to show you some right now, that's probably about the amount of omentum that you have inside of you.
That's a lot.
When you have this much omentum, go ahead and pull that side up if you don't mind. You can hold that up in the air.
Well,
When you have, and this is all the same momentum, just pull that up right there.
okay.
This visceral fat, the fat that's around your organs, suffocates those key organs. It leads to heart disease, leads to diabetes, it leads to cancer. Because this organ is alive now and it's not supposed to be. That's why I care about the waist size so much. And when folks don't appreciate it because they think they're wearing the same clothes all the time, we miss the boat. So my bottom line is that your clothes can guide you. They have to be part of the system that you use to figure out if you're within a reasonable range or not. But your true numbers for your health don't depend at all on your clothing, from what I can tell today. They depend much more on your waist size and your weight. So I'm going to stop giving people advice based on dress size. When they come up here on our stage and brag and high five about how they've changed dress sizes, I'm going to first ask them what manufacturer they're buying from. Right? Then we'll work back from that, their category. Thoughtful? Makes sense?
Definitely.
All right. I want to thank all my guests for